Yeah, for those of you that don't know me, just a brief introduction. Obviously, my name's John Smith. My background's financial services, involved in financial services since 1988, predominantly in the mortgage arena. Throughout the 90s, arranging people's mortgages, sitting in independent estate agents, and like I say, arranging people's mortgages. And then in 2000, set up a packaging company, where I did the back office function that a lender would do in terms of arranging a mortgage, which is the surveys, the referencing, that sort of stuff in the non-conforming sector. Before, in 2004, ahead of mortgage regulation over in the UK, we turned that into a mortgage network company. A year later, I merged that with a company up in Peterborough called Genesis Home Loans, where we were looking to go to market and sell that business in 2008. Unfortunately, though, because of the liquidity issues, we never got the sale away, and we ended up moving that business into a bigger organisation called Openwork. They were part owned by Zurich. The business sits there today. I still sit on the board of that company. Don't get too involved on a day-to-day basis. I still do property development and run a portfolio of properties. And then in 2012, got involved in online, and we've done several things online, but this by far, I think, is the best opportunity that I've seen. There's two aspects to it: the BTC side, which I know everybody's very excited about, but there's also the FX side, which we're going to take a look at today. Okay, so let's go through this presentation. So, quick agenda: introduction to USI. So we're going to just tell you a little bit about the company, for those of you that are joining the call that don't know too much about USI. And then we're going to look at the FX, the foreign exchange trading robot, which is completely passive. And once you set it up, it trades on autopilot. And then we'll look at the compensation plan, because it is different from the uni-level BTC compensation plan, and why it's important. And then we're going to jump quickly into FX Blue, which is a fantastic little bit of software where you can actually track certain accounts that have given their permission for us to put on FX Blue. It's a little bit of software that basically tracks live accounts. Okay, so I'll show you a little bit about that, and I might even jump into one of the VPSs and show you that as well. And then any questions that you have at the end of it. Okay. So, yeah, just a bit of background. I mean, we use this slide on both, so you might have seen this before. When vision and perfection come together, great things can happen, a new dimension in direct marketing. So the perfection part, what we refer to with USI, is actually the trading robot, okay? They perfected this over many years. In fact, the robot that we use to trade the FX has got 8 years worth of technology and design behind it. All right, and we'll talk about how that trades a little bit more. But what it does, it gives consistent returns. Yeah, typically between 3 and 5% per month, consistently. So they're not looking for big scalps in the market and risking your money. It's a very the way it's set up, it's almost de-risks what is a highly risk market. Okay, and then the vision part was bringing an MLM to sit behind it. Now, essentially, when the robot or this bit of software, up until November of last year, you couldn't get access to this robot unless you had 100,000 in your trade account. So the vision was to bring an MLM behind it and drop that entry level down to just $1,000. So you can now participate for just $1,000 with using this robot. So you're getting a VIP product for $1,000. But the very clever bit about it, and the bit that I really love about this, is that most multi-level marketing plans, you have to pay a monthly subscription, and that typically can range from, I don't know, $50 to $150. And then they pay out of that the compensation plan. With this, there is no monthly. Okay, so you might be thinking, well, how do they pay the compensation plan? Well, when there's a trade that's put on, whether it's a win, lose, or draw trade, there's something called a spread. Okay, now part of that spread is kept by the broker, and part of it goes back to USI. And USI share that spread in the matrix. All right, and we'll look at that more carefully later on. But essentially, that's how you get paid from USI. So the broker side is completely separate. Wherever you win on the trades is yours, and then the matrix gets fueled by the share of the spread. Very, very clever. So no monthly fees with this, guys. All right. And what does that then aid? It aids retention, because when you come into USI, you're never going to leave. Why would you? You know, it doesn't cost you anything to be there. So what you then see is this thing called overspill. All right. And, you know, you look at other MLMs and they promise you overspill. I've never seen it. But in this, I've seen plenty of overspill because people don't leave. So then you get this overspill. And then when they start trading, you get a share of their spread. All right. So we'll look at that in more detail as we go through the presentation. All right. Okay, so who are USI? They're a technology-based company, and they specialised for many years in the development of automated trading software. So they're not a broker. Your money sits with a broker, completely separate outside of USI. They don't have access to that either. They are providing you the technology. So you are buying a license, you know, to be able to trade the FX market. So they're not a broker. And then they're not, you know, sitting there trading. It's the software that trades on autopilot for you. Who are the guys behind it? You've got João Felipe Fernandes. This guy has been working with clients since 2007 with a strong track record. Created over 100 EAs. And when we talk about EAs, we're talking about the robot. EA stands for Expert Advisor. Over the last 20 years. Okay, Ralph Gold is the brains, if you like, behind how the thing trades, because Ralph, over the last 3 years, got a very similar background to me, actually, in financial services and property. But over the last 3 years, he's just been concentrating and trading for VIP customers, the customers that have had 100,000 in their trade account. And then you've got Horst, who is... you know, this guy, he's taken 2 companies to flotation, one for 5 million, one for 50 million. You can Google him, very transparent, big reputation. So, you know, he's had a lot of corporate background experience, dealt with big and large operations. And like I say, taking 2 companies to flotation. And then Mike Kiefer, who's the ambassador. He's a wealth of experience in building network marketing around the globe. Okay.
I'll go back to the town.
Can I just say, if you haven't muted your mic, we got a little bit of feedback from someone. If you could just mute that, that would be great. Thanks very much. Okay. So, what is the Forex market? Okay, so every day shares, resources, and foreign exchange is worth almost $5.3 trillion change hands, often in a blink of the eye. It's the largest. The FX market is the largest market in the world. You know, a lot of people think about the New York stock market in equities and securities. You know, it would take 30 days worth of trade in that market to do just one day in the FX. So it's the biggest market in the world. And like I say, you're able to access that now for just $1,000. When we think of trading, we often think of humans sat at a screen trading all day, and that can bring in, you know, emotion when you're talking about humans trading. So over recent years, or I say recent years, over the last 20 odd years now, you know, people have been looking at bringing in automated trading robots. Okay, so there's now an opportunity to go on autopilot, and it takes out the emotion of trading if you have a robot trading for you. So major banks and investment houses worldwide, they invest hundreds of millions every single year in automated trading software to keep ahead of the market. When you buy your software with USI, it's a one-off payment, all right? And they consistently upgrade that for you depending on market conditions, all right? So USI, instead of developing software for corporates and VIP customers, they had they made the decision to bring it to the masses and reduce what you need to put in to have access to this robot. Okay, and it works on $1,000, and with $1,000 trade account, you get 4 currency pairs. So the way the robot trades, it trades currency pairs, up to 20 currency pairs. So for $1,000, you'll get 4 currency pairs. For $2,000, you'll get 6. For $3,000, you'll get 8 currency pairs, all the way up to 20 currency pairs for $9,000 10,000 euro or dollar account. Now, the more pairs you're trading, the safer it is. So, you know, our goal is to get everybody up to a 10,000 trade account as quickly as possible. Okay. So the result that they brought to market is a fully automated trading system that offers excellent profit opportunities for everyone. And like I said previously,
okay, my dad's back.
8 years worth of design and technology sat underneath it. Okay. The objective was to bring consistent development of a fully automated trading software, which even smaller investors can participate. Like I said, now you can participate for just $1,000 in your trade account. And this is what you're buying. It's a lifetime software license for trading the FX market. Okay. And it includes, and this is important, continuous upgrades of the software. So you think back to the slide that we just saw, when major banks are spending millions and millions of dollars every single year. Once you bought your software license, that's yours. Any upgrades they make is down to the company. They're not going to come back to you and ask you for some more money. They will continuously upgrade that software to make sure it's working how it should do. Okay, so let me just move that out of the way. Excuse me one sec. Okay, so when you bought your license, so when you come into USI, you would buy your license, which is 600 euros. That's a one-off payment for that license, which is lifetime, like I said. Then you need to set up an Argus or broker account. Now, if you're in the States, I think they use Pure Choice is the broker. And if you're anywhere else in the world, they use Argus. Okay, so I use Argus because I'm over in the UK. Who are excellent, but I'm told that Pure Choice is just as good. Very easy to set up an account. There is a bit of KYC, so you will have to upload your passport and proof of res. But to set up your trade account, it takes literally, you know, a few hours once they've vetted you and what have you. Very simple. And then you actually fund your own trade account. So it's completely segregated from USI. USI had no access to that. So your money, it's like having another bank account, effectively, that is kept in that trade account to use on the MT4 trading platform. And this is the MT trading platform, the MetaTrader 4. You know, we will look at a live one in a second, but you don't really need to know too much about what's going on here because the robot does all the trading for you. I use two tabs, which is open trades and, you know, account history, balance, P&L, you know, what my profit and loss is. They're the only two tabs that I use. And in fact, I very rarely go into my VPS now because I have the app on my phone. Okay, and it's great for people that may struggle in selling the opportunity because if you're out having a drink with some friends or you're having a meal and you're checking your phone, these candles come up on the phone and people will often go, what are you doing? And well, I'm doing a bit of trading. What does that mean? Well, I'm not actually trading, but I've got this automatic robot that trades for me. Here's my P&L. And it just opens up a conversation. So you're not even hard selling or anything like that because people are generally interested in making money, and especially the FX market. So it's a good way of actually getting involved or getting other people involved. But you do need a VPS, which is a virtual private server. All right. The reason why you need that is because you need connectivity to the internet all the time. Now, you could have it on your laptop, but you'd have to have your laptop on all the time. And if you did lose internet and the robot wanted to execute a trade or wanted to shut a trade down, you may miss that signal. Okay, so it's very important that you need a VPS, which costs about 20 euros a month. All right, that's a fully managed one where any upgrades are automatically done for you. Okay, you can have it for 15 euros a month where you do the upgrades, but I would recommend that you just have a fully managed one, then you haven't got to worry about any of the upgrades. Okay, so the way that you set it up, obviously you register with UsiTech. That's easily done. Most of you have already done that part. You buy the software, which is the one off 600 euros. And incidentally, that covers you for opening up the matrix on the BTC side as well for the first 12 months. Okay, so we always recommend people buy the FX, even if they're not going to do that for 6 months, 3 months, whatever. Buy the FX first. Okay, then you open up the trade account with Argus or Pure Choice, and you obtain a VPS, and we use a company called MSK. When the VPS comes through to you, typically it takes 24 hours, you'll get your VPS sent through to you, and when you log into your VPS using a remote desktop, okay, and I'll show you that in a second, in there they would have already loaded your MT4 trading platform. So all you then need to do is put your account login details and attach your robot. Well, no, actually the robot's already attached. You basically you're good to go effectively once you've logged in. Fund your trade account, obviously. I'd probably do that before I opened up the VPS, and activate the trading software, okay, by putting your login details in, and that's it. We can help you with that, or your upline will help you with that. Once you've done one of these, it's very, very simple, and it can be done very, very quickly. Okay, so our trading software has unique algorithms based on currency pairings, as we've already touched on it, and up to 20 currency pairs, starting with 4 currency pairs for $1,000. The trading software has no risk, or increased risk, should I say, of loss under extraordinary market fluctuations. Last year we saw Brexit, we had the Donald Trump elections. This robot made profit through all the turbulent times. In fact, it actually thrives on it, okay? Because it's only trading that middle band as well, it's very risk averse, okay? With maximum risk reduction in a high-risk market based on medium long-term strategies with continuous chances of winning. In the past, they've returned 150% per year. Now, what I say at this point is, don't tell your friends and family it's going to produce 150% per year. The highest I've seen is actually 113% when we did our due diligence. But if I said to you, you know, would you be happy with 35 to 50% per year? Most people would bite your hand off. It's realistic. They are achieving that consistently. And if they do have some good months within that year period, it could go up to 60, 70, maybe more percent. But don't oversell it. You don't need to oversell this product. You know, show people on FX Blue, which I'm going to show you shortly, and then, you know, let them decide. But, you know, 3 to 5% per month continuous, most people will bite your hand off. Okay. So let's have a quick look at the compensation plan. So that's all to do with the software and the FX, and then we're going to go through the FX compensation plan. So let me just bring these up. Okay. So, like I said, the first one is a low lifetime license fee, €600. It's a one-off, okay? No monthly payments, which is fantastic. Age retention, so you'll see a lot of overspill come into your business. And once you're qualified, 3 direct license holders, you remain qualified for life. Okay, so there's no continuous each month you need to hit this target or you need to hit that target. Once you bought your license and sold 3 licenses yourself in the FX, you are qualified for life. Okay, and that means you're qualified to earn on 12 levels down from day one. Okay, there is a new coded bonus career plan for those that want to grow a bigger team, which we're going to touch upon as we go through. But there's
John, can I just jump in there?
Yeah, of course you
go
can.
back on that screen. Can we just clarify, because we're doing BTC at the same time? So,
Yeah.
for instance, I've got my license, but I obtained my license by having 3 directs with 12 packs each. So to be able to be qualified in the FX side of things, do I now need 3 directs with license holders too?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Perfect. I just wanted to clarify. Thank you.
Good point. No, feel free to jump in if you need any clarification on any of it. Okay.
Sure.
Gives me a chance to have a drink then. Okay, so there's 5 ways to earn in the FX. The first way is commission from direct license fees. So every time you sell a license, you'll get direct commission, and you'll get commission from indirect license fees. So the people that you sold licenses to, that they sold licenses, you'll get commission from that. And then the third way is direct matrix commission funded by broker fees. So that's the spread that I was talking about. Okay, so every single trade, win, lose or draw, you'll get a percentage of that spread. And then you'll get a percentage of the spread from indirect matrix commissions funded. Okay, so people that they bought in, if they're trading, you'll get a share of their spread as well. And like I said, there's a coded bonus that we'll have a look at. Okay, so let's have a look at a little bit more detail on the license fee commission. Okay, from day one, you will receive €120 commission from all direct members that have purchased a one-time €600 software license. That's from day one. Okay, that does go up through the coded bonus. You will also receive €1,250 from all indirect members in your 12-level matrix that purchase a one-time €600 software license. Okay. You will also receive €25 from every €100 received from broker fees from your direct team's trading. Okay, so they've just quantified that on €100 that come in from the spread, you'll get €25. So essentially, just think of it, you will get 25% of any spread from direct people that you've bought in that are trading the FX, 25%. On indirect, you'll get 6.25%. So on 100, that is €6.25 from everybody in the matrix. Okay, and when you see the figures and how that adds up, you know, you will be blown away. Okay, so just for the people that are a little bit unsure on how a 3x3 matrix works, this is an example. This is me in green, okay, and I've bought in 2 directs here and here, and then someone above me has bought in somebody, sorry about that, somebody above me has bought in someone which is an actual spillover, okay, and I will get paid on that spillover once he funds his FX account. So I'll get 6.25% on that spillover. I'll get 25% on these directs. And likewise, this guy now has brought in 2 people himself, which is spill over to me. So I'll get 6.25% on those and 25% on that, on the spread. Okay, so that's how your matrix is working. If we have a look a bit more detail on how the license fee commission is broken down, you will see that we receive €120 on the license fee of that 600, and then there's €150 linear payment that goes 12 levels deep. Okay, so of that €600, it's shared out 120 to you direct, and then 150 goes into the 12 levels deep. So you can see here, €150 divided by 12, that's the 1250 we were talking about. Okay, on indirect license fees. That's how it's made up and that's how it's split. Okay, so the total is 45% of the 600, which is €270.
John, sorry, can I just go back on that one just to clarify?
Yeah.
On the direct and indirect commissions, you yourself don't need to be qualified in the Forex side of things.
No, you yourself don't need to be qualified to get those direct commission payments or indirect.
Yeah, that's fine, because I've, like, within the team, we've had one license being bought and I've seen the indirect pop into my blue box. So I just wanted to clarify, because there are the differences there. The other part, you have to be qualified.
Yeah. Okay, if that, yeah, okay. So if you now look at the broker fee commission, and this is where you're getting a share of the spread. So the recurring, so the license fees are one-off commissions, remember, but the broker fees are recurring, so residual income, if you like. Yeah. So the recurring broker fees are variable payouts, 25%, obviously, depending on how much they got in their fund. you know, but the percentage is 25% goes to the direct sponsor. Okay, so if I've sponsored someone directly, I'll get 25%. If they then gone and sponsored someone, I'm going to get 6.25%. Okay, so the way that that is quantified here, for example, of 100 euros in broker fee commission or spread commission, I would get 25 euros. And then 75%, if it was indirect, goes down 75 euros, goes down 12 levels, and that's why it comes out at 6.25, €6.25. So it's 6.25%. Okay. This is the coded bonus. This is where you can earn more money if you're building big teams. Once you've sponsored 3 new direct people, okay, and they bought their license, you're effectively going to level 1 where you'll get an additional 50 euros. So instead of getting 120 euros per license, you'll get 170 euros. Okay. Once you've done 3, that room will, they call it rooms, that room will close, and you'll go into the next room where you'll need to sponsor another 3 direct to move into 40 euros and 12 team partners. Okay. And then you'll be getting 120 plus the 50 plus the 40. All right. So that's 210 euros. And then you'll go into the next level where you'll do another 3 direct, 40 team members, an additional 30, and so on and so forth to level 4. And then you've got generation bonuses where you're repeating 1 to 4 once, twice, and 3 times. I think the total payout that you can get on a license fee is, here we go, maximum of 390 euros per license. Okay, so that is a massive amount that they're paying out. So that just shows you, you know, if you are able to build a big team, you know, you can earn quite a substantial amount on those license fee sales. Okay, and that just shows it there, level 1, 40, 50, 40, 30, and then the generation ones. Okay. Now, before we get on to the really exciting bit, which is the next slide, this is just showing you on the FX side about the license fee shares. So every time someone sells a license in your team, once you're qualified, you'll get 12.50. Okay, so if you've got 3 people there, that's 37.50. If you've got 700 in your team, 729, none of those direct, so they could be all over spill, you'll get 12.50, which is 9,112 euros. Okay, so that's a one-off payment. They are one-off payments. For the residual side, and this is where you're building a nice residual income for the future, this is on the broker fee commission. Now, this is based on people having a 2,000 trade account. Okay, so it's just a 2,000 trade account. And if you look down here, the number of partners, if you have 729 people that have got just 2,000 in their trade account, that would give you a broker fee share of approximately €3.13, which gives you a monthly residual of 2,281. Now, what I can tell you is the average is a lot higher than 2,000. All right, because what tends to happen, even if someone comes in with 2,000, they see it working. What do? They put more money in, or the fees that they're earning from the commission, they put more money into their trade account. So if you just imagine that the average was 10,000, which is 5 times that amount, and you've got 729 in your team, that's 5 times that amount there, and that's 11,000, over 11,000 euros residual per month. And again, what do people do with that? They put it in their trade account. Okay, so this is very, very exciting. If you've got a massive team of 2,100, you know, that's 6,800. Again, if they've got 5 times the average of 2,000, that's 5 times that. That's over 30, it's nearly 35,000. Okay, and that's how this thing can build very, very quickly. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to jump into FX Blue and quickly show you a little bit of software that we use, that someone put together, that's in the team, that you can actually send out to your prospective people that want to get involved in FX. So you don't even sell this. You just, what I do, I use this and I say, and you can have this link, I'll drop it in the chat, and you can give this out to your guys. And I don't even sell it. I basically say to people that are interested, look, have a look at this. What I want you to do is go to portfolio constituents, and each week I want you to take a screenshot of this page. Okay, we've got about 20, 25 accounts on there. Okay, people that are quite happy. Not everybody's happy to give their details, their login details. You get 2 login details with Argus, and you do with Pure Choice. You get one that you can just view and you can't change anything, and then you've got the master one if you like. Obviously, we're just interested in the view one, and we can put you on this, and it links with the MT4 trading platform. And I'll show you this is real data, because this account here I've actually got on the VPS. So this is a 10,000 account. It originally started back in about January. Then the lady put another 10,000 in, and it's made 2,170. Okay, so to verify this data is correct, if I go into the remote desktop, within here, I've got some people's VPSs because I help manage the account. So we're going into a VPS now, which is on constantly, and you'll see the account come up. This is the MT4 trading platform that I was talking to you about. And you can see the profit and loss, 2,170. Deposit was 20,000, okay? 22,170. These are the trades that are going on. Your floating P&L, incidentally, will always be in a negative, okay? And this is very important that you understand this part of it, okay? Because the more money that's in your account, the more trades the robot can take on. Now, if I wanted to stop trading for whatever reason, I wouldn't close these trades down, otherwise I'd make a loss. I'd go into the robot over here, okay, and I would tell my robot to not take any more trades on, okay? And then what would happen over about a 6-week period, all these trades would close out in profit, and that profit would then go over to the account history here, and then I would withdraw my money, okay? If I wanted to withdraw funds now without hurting the robot, I would just be taking my profit and loss. So the 2,170. But you can see this account, if we go back to FX Blue, is, let's just shut that down. Is this account here. Okay, so it's synced with it. And then we've got other accounts here where somebody's put in, you know, most of these accounts are either between 2 and 3 months old, okay? Because this bit of software only came out for us to use in mid-January, okay? And we've got a big account here, this one here. Everybody asked me about the 150 grand account. You know, it's made 25,750 since around the middle of January. And I actually take screenshots of these accounts, so I can show you the first screenshot I took of that account, and we'll just get it up for you. Was on the 31st, this one. Okay, there you go. You can see the date up there, hopefully, which is the 31st of Jan 2017, and you can see that big account, the 150 grand account, as of the end of January was 4,000. So since January, so we were February, March, April, three months and a week roughly, it's gone from 4,000 to 25,000. So it's made nearly 22,000 in that period of time. Okay, but the thing to note with this is that all these accounts are in profit. Okay, there's not many people that can actually sort of boast that. Okay, So, just before we finish, there's a couple of other little slides I just want to show you, which are quite powerful. Let me see if I've got the right. Yeah. Okay. So, what if? Okay. So, what if you started your trading account with just $2,000 today, and if your account performs at an average of 4.5% per month, and you add $100 new funds every single month for just 10 years, you would have an account worth $828,577. Okay. What if you started with 5,000 today and your account performs at 4.5% average? You're using the compound and you're adding $100 per month of new funds. In just 10 years, your account will be worth 1.4 million. And that at 4.5% would create roughly, I think it's about $60,000+ a month. So if you're thinking about pensions and the likes, I don't know where you could put 5,000 in a pension, put 100 away for 10 years and have a fund of 1.4 million. And at 4.5%, that would give you a monthly income that you could take and sustain your account at 1.4 million of £63,849. Okay, so let's take some questions. If we got some questions by anybody, quite happy to run through some questions.
John, I just wanted to clarify. I think we've all established that the aim for the moment is to build the BTC side and then start diversifying into the trading side. It's become obvious as well that we're going to have people that are just interested in the forex side as well. But if we are going from BTC and we're thinking of diversifying, what point would you do that?
Well, I think everybody, it's an interesting question, Amy, because I think everybody's would probably have a different approach because people's incomes and requirements are different from everybody. I mean, as a rule of thumb, for me, and what I'm sort of saying to my people, I'm looking to build their BTC packs up to about 500, and then start drawing some money off of that to fuel the FX and get them to 10,000 as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
But for me, it would be build your packs to 500 as quickly as you can with the BTC and then diversify. If you've got the funds available, obviously I would do both from day one.
Yeah, I just think that's why the putting 2,000 in and 100 a month is so powerful.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's amazing, really, when you think about how, you can really see how the compound effect works. We've done all the figures on different permutations, whether you put 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000. I can let you have a copy of that.
That'd be great.
It is really powerful, yeah.
Has anyone got any questions? If you want to unmute yourself and...
I've done such a good job, Amy, again.
Anyone?
Or if you're shy, write it in the chat. Oh.
I think we have covered everything. The thing I've learned today was the virtual, the $20 a month. I wasn't aware of that part, so that's good to know. You learn something new every time you watch it.
Yeah, on the VPS, yeah, you have got that because you need that connectivity, for sure.
Yeah, Justin, speak now or forever hold your peace. I'm sure we'll be sharing the recording in our group, and if they've got any questions, we'll pop the questions underneath.
Perfect. I think, if you have got time to listen to it again, like Amy said, you do learn different things each time you see the presentation. It is a phenomenal bit of kit we've been able to get hold of. We're very fortunate. They're very protective over their FX trading robot. I'm very proud of how it performs. And I have got some historic data if anybody would like to see some. Okay?
Cool. Thank you very much, John. I appreciate your time. We all do.
You're welcome. See you soon.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.